Welcome to the 2021 Springfield High School graduation ceremony. We're going to begin with the national anthem. If I could have everyone rise. Gentlemen, please remove your hats.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Happy graduation, everyone. I'd like to thank all the families and friends who were able to come out and celebrate our class and everyone who's watching at home. I also want to thank Mrs. Lauer for always having her door open to me and all of her other students and for being the best guidance counselor we could ask for. Both Grace and I have the reputation of being able to talk too much, so let's keep this short.
I think this may be the first time we've had co-presidents speak at graduation. But just like this whole year, our class is very unique. I'm not even referencing COVID at this point. I'm talking about how our class has its own way of looking at things. For example, even if we lose a football game, our class makes sure to stay until the end to cheer on our team.
Or the fact that there was a playlist at Sadie's junior year instead of a DJ, and half the class loved it while the other half was cursing the person who made it. Or the Spirit Wear shirts freshman year that had a thermometer on the back that everybody thought was a pregnancy test.
There have been some pretty incredible moments also. Even through everything this class has endured, we still managed to stay positive. How could we forget that student section at that one football game this year?
Or watching myself and all the other ladies in the class act as very convincing men during our junior year production of The Outsiders. Then there's musicals and plays every year, and Assassins and Homecoming and Spirit Week, and winning the Spirit Award and crowd surfing and almost every other activity I don't have time to mention.
We have had so much fun, whether it was cheering in the stands at City or storming the field after beating SHG a couple times. Even amongst all our hard tests and long hours of homework we endured to get to this point, there have been so many fun and exciting memories that led us to become such an amazing class.
I am so proud of this class and every challenge we have pummeled through to get us to this day. Even though senior year wasn't what we expected it to be, I say we made up for it junior year.
To all you future and current senators, respectfully, I hope you know that the class of 2021 is and will always be the best class to walk the halls of Springfield High School. Just in case you forgot, not only did we run the school this year, but last year as well. Thanks to a massive interception at Powder Puff, an incredibly talented group of artists that helped create our homecoming hallway, and of course, Zeke Cross's cup stacking skills that helped us regain the lead at Seoul Olympics, we were able to win just about everything that homecoming week.
And even though we technically lost the Solon Cup that year, we would have won it all again this year.
Personally, that was one of the best weeks of my life in the middle of the best 4 years.
We've been through a lot together, like 6 pep assemblies,
5 dances,
4 years of running the school,
3 cities,
2 Solons.
but in the end, we'll always be one class, or as I like to think of it, one family.
I have always been afraid of change. I've known this since I was small, but it still amazes me how much I forget about it until moments like this. Entering high school was scary, and going to junior year was scary, and transferring to online school was scary. But as we are about to embark on perhaps the greatest change in our whole lives, I find myself excited and actually anticipating the change instead of shying away from it. Now, I don't know why this is, but I can offer a few explanations. 1, I know SHS has prepared me for college, so I have nothing to fear. 2, this past year has been full enough of change that I'm now accustomed to it. But I think the real reason lies in option number 3. I have found a family within this class, and I know it will always be there to support me. I will always be a senator, just like I will always be Lindsay Lightning and a Franklin Falcon. We are not moving past Springfield High, but merely taking what we learned with us to our future endeavors. I hope you all do the same.
Before we all go our own ways, I want to congratulate everyone on everything they have accomplished this year. We all had a hard time during COVID, but no more than Mr. Myers, who said that, "I've been next to Mr. Lightfoot longer than I've been married to my wife. I'm going through withdrawals."
Yeah. Believe it or not, I know at least 10 students, ourselves included, who have lists of things Mr. Myers says on their phones. Mine is dates and everything. I'm sure we've all had plenty of withdrawals this year, especially the khaki bros of the history department being apart, but look at us now. This is the last time we will all be together as a class.
But our future awaits. We have students headed off to achieve success everywhere. We have many people headed across the country, but also many staying close to home. There have been incredible scholarships granted, whether it is for academics or for the many sports being played in college. We also have 4 amazing students on their way to serve our country. But with that being said, in the end, wherever you may end up, I know that each and every one of you will do incredible things, and just know that whatever happens, you will always have a place to call home here at Springfield High. I can't wait to see how this class will change the world.
Then here's the hardest part, because I happen to be very sentimental and I've already cried about this all in front of you twice. It is time for us to say goodbye to not only Springfield High, but this class and all of the lovely people in it. I've had the time of my life leading the class of 2021, and I thank you all for the memories I will cherish forever. I'm a 4th-generation Springfield High student, and I've always bled red and black. I would like to thank you all for electing me to be your president and for at least pretending to listen to me over the years. And now, in the spirit of Elle Woods, we did it!
Now let's graduate. Good job.
Good evening, everyone. To be completely honest with all of you, I had no idea what I was even supposed to write this speech about. Am I supposed to say something inspirational? Talk about school spirit? Maybe recall memories of funny times I've had throughout high school? Well, I don't think I'd even be allowed to read this speech if I wanted to detail about most of the funny moments I've experienced. Yes, I've had plenty of fun throughout high school with this class, but I've also learned a lot as well. And I don't mean just the core school subjects taught to us by some amazing teachers we've been lucky enough to have. High school has also taught me a lot about life in general. I'm not claiming that I know everything, I definitely don't. Trust me, my parents remind me all the time. But high school has given me a new perspective on things. Coming in as a freshman, I was always concerned with whether people thought of me as a good person or not. I realize now that things aren't that black and white. I don't mean to say that nothing is absolute. That statement in itself isn't absolute. But describing someone as good or bad person seems arbitrary to me. It's all relative. For example, there could be someone I consider to be a good person that may have just made a few bad decisions, and that same person could very easily be perceived by someone else to be a bad person that has made some good choices in life. Now, you could argue that some actions are objectively wrong. Stealing, for instance. I'm sure everyone would agree that breaking into a woman's home and taking all of her jewelry is bad, but what if I told you that the lady made her fortune off of scamming lower-class citizens in a pyramid scheme, and that the thief was trying to return some of that money back to the poor? Some of you might not feel as bad for the lady after knowing that. I guess the point that I'm trying to make, which I didn't understand in freshman year, is that you can't please everyone. Even if every decision I made was in an effort to be viewed as a good person, there would always be people that saw my actions in a different way. 1, because everyone has different perspectives, and 2, because people might not understand the whole context of your situation. The only person that knows everything about you is you. So, no, I'm not telling you to stop trying to be a good person. but live in a way that you think is best. And even then, you still won't be perfect, not even by your own standards. Everyone will always have flaws. That's what drives us to work together to make up for those flaws. I think I speak for all my classmates when I say that we're better people because of how we've been able to help each other. Whether it's just group work in class, playing on the same athletic team, or competing in the Solon Olympics against the other classes. The cooperative experience have been so much better than going through all of high school alone. We don't get to choose the people we go to school with, but I wouldn't change a thing anyway. We wouldn't have turned out the way we are any other way. And because of this, I know all of us will be successful moving forward. Thank you all for everything.
Grace, Emma, Alfred, those were all wonderful speeches. But Avery, I feel the need to liven it up in here a little bit. You got any ideas?
As a matter of fact, Ben, I've got a pretty good one. The last time we were in this building as students was in early 2020. The last cheer we did in here was one celebrating our City Spirit Award, which according to many of you guys was the best memory you had in high school. We've had lots of occasions to get loud over the years, so let's get loud one last time. We're gonna do the Solon Power cheer, everybody. This side, say Solon, and this side of the gym, say Power. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Power! 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 That's good, everybody. Still gives me chills to this day. Woo! We've had a great run as a class, winning the Solon Olympics as juniors, winning Powder Puff, getting 2 wins in football against SHG, and winning 2 out of the 3 City Spirit Awards in our years here at SHS. I'm just brushing the surface, as many other teams have had monumental wins over the school down the street, not to mention our cross-country team placing 2nd at state our sophomore year. In the field of athletics and all competition, this class has shown a lot of pride and energy, and it's been such a cool thing to be a part of. But without further ado, let me hand it back to my counterpart, who'll try not to bore you to death.
Blood alone moves the wheels of history. My fellow graduates, there is no greater hour than the hour in which we stand at this moment. I say to you, we have prevailed for 4 long years. We have prevailed through the ashes of the class ahead of us, and we have paved the way for the classes behind us. Each and every one of us possesses something exceptional. Kanye West once said, "My music isn't just music, it's medicine." Find your medicine. Leave here today and cure the diseases of this world. Find your path and follow it. We live to fight the battle of life. And my fellow graduates, I say to you, it is a privilege to fight.
After many years of hearing the famous "Good morning, Springfield High School," and the more infamous term "seniors," many of us are ready to continue fighting that battle of life now that we have won our war with Dr. Liardi. While you may have all found everyday lectures the biggest conflict to your tiredness, there was always German discussions or current events periods to wake you up. The days of high school that we remember are not the ones you fell asleep in, but rather the days in which you had lots of laughs. That's why so much of high school is all about what the memories are. And yes, the education is a little important, but one of the best things is the stories we've all gained that you'll be able to tell your friends and family someday. Ben, do you have any final words before we close this thing?
The road through struggle leads to success. The road through pain leads to success. The road through failure leads to success. The great Michael Scott once said, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." Class, take your shots. Those of us here all took our shot coming to Springfield High for the first time 4 years ago, and we all made it. You will, each and every one of you, do amazing things in life, and I only wish the best for you. Avery?
Class of 21, it's been a privilege to roll with you through these years of high school. And I'd like to thank you on behalf of Ben and myself for the endless support you've given us, but not only us, the rest of the class, as we've all supported each other through thick and really thin. Congrats to everyone on what is the start of hopefully many long, successful lives.
One more thing. Everybody wanted to know what I was going to do if I didn't graduate. I guess we'll never know.
Thank you all for coming tonight in celebration of our survival. These 4 years, together, we have survived week after week of brawls in the hallway, stall doors that do not walk, and a diet of probably like 3 or 4 bags of hot chips per day. Students are not the only survivors of this ordeal. The parents in this crowd have dealt with late nights out, teenage sass, and overall apathy for long enough to see their children graduate, and for that, we thank you, as none of us would be here without your support. Whether you wanted this day to come as soon as you stepped into the building, or you wish you could stay in high school forever, it's over. Except, of course, if you have late library fees. In that case, Mr. Havener keeps you in his dungeon. As we all move onto our separate destinations next year, we're filled with uncertainty. Uncertainty about exactly what we want to do, where we want to do it, and most importantly, who we want to be as people. I would be lying to your face if I told you I had the answers to any of these questions, but I would like to share with you guys a sentiment from my favorite book. It's called The Little Prince, and for those of you unfamiliar with this book, it is a children's novel. And it's about a little boy who lives on an asteroid and falls in love with a rose. Since his home is an asteroid, there are no other roses around, and he believes himself to be wondrously special to own such a flower. However, one day he ventures to Earth and discovers a rose garden with thousands of roses, and suddenly he does not feel so special anymore. But later, he realizes that it is the time and feeling that he has spent on his rose that has made it special, rather than its relative rarity in the universe. So why did I just summarize the plot of a children's book? Well, Springfield High School is one of the thousands of high schools across America, yet it is special to us. We have collectively spent thousands of hours, willingly or unwillingly, here together. We have won and lost, suffered and triumphed together. And that is what makes us much more than classmates. It makes us family. And that's what makes SHS much more than a school. It makes it more like a home. In the future, we will inevitably lead totally different lives, and that is okay. We are different people with different dreams. Make your future special to you, and hopefully at our reunions, I will find each and every one of you happy with the choices you have made. Thank you, and congratulations.
Good evening, Springfield High School. Adult supervision is coming to an end. Today is Saturday, June 5th, 2021. Today is the 180th day of school, and we have 0 days left until graduation, when our seniors leave us and say goodbye. I can give you 290 reasons why today is the best day ever, and they are sitting right in front of me. We welcome our school board president, Mr. Mars, and all the school board members this evening, Superintendent Gill, honored guests, students, and families. Thank you for sharing in this Springfield High School celebration tonight, and thank you for the commencement ceremony where we get to honor our senators. Speaking of honor, Springfield High School is proud to present our graduates who are entering the military after graduation. Would you please stand if you are one of them? Luke Flesner, Bima Fazell, Kelsey Luft, and Henry Kling. We thank you with pride and appreciate your selflessness. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, you entered as SHS freshmen. You knew it was coming. You knew Star Wars was coming. And now it's time for you to go, and like your parents, we send you on your way, knowing that you've learned all the lessons that Springfield High School has to offer. Just like history, you have a storied past here over the last 4 years. And though you will have regrets in life, earning this diploma is one thing you will never forget or regret. You are going to get a lot of advice tonight and this weekend and from the speeches like this, and here's the thing about all that. Throw it out. You don't need it. You already have the answers. I didn't want my words tonight to focus on what you've lost, because none of you, not one of you, has complained. And we all know, whether you're 18 or 80, we've all lost time and connections and experiences because of COVID over the last 15 months. Although your high school experience as of late has been unorthodox, I'm proud of your achievements, and you have proven your adaptability to change. You have come to school or figured out remote, and you just immediately started asking, how can I connect with others? How can I help? And this is all new for the adults, and I get that too. Often, life is unfair and full of unforeseen challenges. And while I don't need to remind that to this class or tell you that, I will remind you to look for the good and find the advantage and be grateful. Your family and Springfield High School has given you the academic base and life tools to figure it out and move forward. Many of your teachers are sitting behind you. Let's say thanks to them and give them some love. And also, we couldn't be here without Mrs. Lauer and Mr. Kramer, who are up behind me. Here's the real secret. We need you. We need your energy, and we need your leadership. Geez, of all the years where the world is looking to you, this is it. Victim of circumstance? Absolutely not. With challenge and change come opportunity and this diploma. So I'm telling you, the world needs you to step up again and be pioneers, forge ahead, show us how to be ambitious, make it better, solve the problems. How can you do that? You already know. Show up on time, be accountable, do the daily work, be good to others, and use that big brain of yours. I want you to get out there and move. Move through college, move through work, find your skill and be the best at it. There is honor in any job, no matter how small or what the pay is. Don't waste time. Reject complacency. It has no place in your life. Learn, move, and improve. I hope you find a purpose in education and with a job that makes you want to get up and come to work every morning, even during a pandemic, and write your own morning announcements. All right, I have a few last-minute homework assignments for you tonight. Use those precious cell phones to take pictures this weekend. Send texts or call your parents or any family member that has supported you throughout high school. And lastly, use your superpowers to slow down time, savor the moments, and remember that you belonged at Springfield High School. I thank you for what you've given to us, and I'm certain you left the building a better place than when you came in. So keep doing that over the next 4 years and the next and the next. I'm proud of what you've done for this school. Now get out there and show the world what I already know, and may the force be with you. Congratulations, Springfield High School's class of 2021.
couldn't be more proud of the class of 2021, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of you, the staff, the administration, families, parents, guardians. You've been there for us this school year. Your time, your creativity, and your problem solving to help us support the learning process does not go unnoticed. I'd like to share a few short words by Jocko Willink, a former Navy SEAL, a world-renowned leadership author, and a children's book author, and also as a fellow Solon, words that I wanted you to hear this evening. So here it is. This is where it begins. In the darkness, the early morning, the sun, the birds, the world, every day, when the alarm sounds, it's time. Rise. Despite fatigue, frustration, or fear, rise. Curse the warmth of the bed and the comfort of the pillow. Fight the temptation of weakness that makes you skip a class, not stay physically fit, eat poorly, call off work, or just not get up out of bed to begin with. Get up and go. Do it quickly, without thought. Do not reason the weakness or fear, because you cannot. You must take action. Take all that you have learned in high school and get up and go. You will make Springfield High proud and District 186 proud in all that you will do. Dr. Liardi, as Superintendent of the Springfield Public Schools, District 186, I certify that these students presented to you this evening have either fulfilled the graduation requirement of the Springfield District 186 and the state of Illinois and have done all of their coursework. I hereby certify this class of 2021 and recommend that they be awarded their diplomas. Congratulations.
For the past 3 years, I have had the privilege of working with the class of 2021. In that time, I have witnessed a shift from underclassmen to aspiring college students, members of our military, trades, men and women, and so much more. While senior year has looked significantly different than what we had all envisioned, I am assured that these graduates are not only prepared for their futures, but are now more resilient and versatile than we could have ever imagined. Over the last year, I've witnessed these graduates continue to master curriculum content while learning to Zoom, use Canvas, and even wear masks to sit through an entire school day, play band instruments, sit through an AP or an SAT test, participate in athletics, and even graduate. With that being said, it is our privilege to begin the commencement. Alfred Hoffman. Alfred. David Jong. It's okay, don't worry about it. Grace Batterman. Emma Cox. Benjamin Parker. Avery Pound.
Annalise Abate.
Aiden Lane.
Sophia Agerbas.
Isabel Layton.
Delaney Akers.
David Leatherwood.
Elijah Allen.
Matthew Lehman.
Margaret Allen.
Isaiah Lemons.
Markel Anderson.
Arthur Lavoy.
Nehemiah Abel.
Lily Lovekamp.
Addison Avart.
Kelsey Left.
Sean Baker Jr.
Claudia Lupton.
Dalen Banks.
Lydia Lupton.
Aurora Barnes.
Adriana Macklin.
Brianna Bates.
Elliot Marr.
Brian Becker.
Neve Mahoney.
Shelby Belford.
Kobe Martin.
Emilia Bender.
Maria Martinez Yokut.
Anna Baranik.
Alexander McAllister.
Jonas Berhe.
Diaria McClure.
Mark Black.
Dearica McGrone.
Annie Blaustein.
J. Marcus McGrone.
Brennan Boyer.
Abigail McGuire.
Alec Brenneman.
Kylie McMillan.
Larissa Brenneman.
Sarah McMillan.
Cora Brillhart.
Gianni Meneghetti.
Anthony Brown.
Natalie Menchis.
Elise Browning.
Evan Mercier.
Takari Bryant.
Jordan Mesker.
Sarah Bird.
Catherine Milheiser.
Gabrielle Camp.
Shane Miller.
Nate Kapler.
Tori Miller.
Ivan Blackwell.
Kaylee Minder.
Faith Carroll.
Jarrett Morey.
Levi Carroll.
Romeo Morton.
Isabel Chambers.
Maurice Mosley Jr.
Shenmei Chen.
Aaron Murphy.
Ryan Kozad.
Yasmin Mushra.
Rachel Craig.
Kelly Nicholson.
Jalen Krager.
Sean Nichols.
Ezekiel Cross.
Asna Nimavat.
Janiyah Cross.
Catherine Norris.
Joseph Crum.
Alexander O'Brien.
Tamina Cuellar.
Abby Oliver.
Willa Daniels.
Chidi Anawuchi.
Caitlin Doherty.
Samuel Passman.
Eric Day.
Adam Passmore.
Darcy Dean Rathbun.
Andrea Perko.
Kelsey Decker.
Liesel Piper.
Kenzie Decker.
Carlos Pineda.
William DeJanes.
Ian Pitchford.
Julia Delano.
Vrunda Pithodaya.
Ruben Densmore.
Maina Pitts. Congratulations.
Mackenzie Devlin.
Dulcie Polhemus.
Marte Dickerson.
Chloe Potts.
Mason Dilbatis.
Leighton Power.
Haley Dillon.
Emily Powers.
Caitlin Dulgar.
Trayvon Price.
Alyssa Egan.
Sade Quinn.
Joy Espy.
Jacqueline Quinones.
Joshua Estes.
Allison Randall.
Donald Ewing.
Hunter Rattery.
Johnny Evans.
Isabella Ratz.
Cole Fair.
Bethany Rector.
Bima Faisal.
Chloe Renard.
Luke Flessner.
Isaac Renison.
Carter Formia.
Alex Rivera.
Kayla Fowler.
Abigail Robinson.
Cassidy Freehill.
Anthony Robinson.
Lauren Freeman.
Colin Robinson.
Damarion Freeman.
Carter Robison.
Joshua Freetley.
Josephine Robson.
Elise Frisbee.
Alyssa Rodriguez.
Latrell Furge.
Caleb Rogers.
Janaya Gant.
Sunny Rogers.
Sophia Gebhardt.
Leah Romanato.
Marianne Gibson.
Makai Rose.
Lindsay Giedel.
Andrea Russell.
Aiden Gillespie.
Eliza Samaniego.
Darlene Gonzalez.
Elizabeth Scherschel.
Keegan Goswami.
Judah Schlehan.
Sean Graves.
Helena Schwab.
Dominic Greenleaf.
Kirsten Schwer.
Ava Griffin.
Luke Steelbach.
Derek Grunenfelder.
Adam Sevner.
Ruth Gujarlapudi.
Kayla Shaw.
Amaya Hackenberg.
Savannah Scheffler.
Carissa Hansen.
DeAndre Shell.
Zaire Harkless.
Heather Shelton.
Victoria Harmony.
Luke Sherman.
Ainsley Harris.
Madeline Sievers.
Ayana Harris.
Benny Slater.
Hannah Harris.
Esmeralda Silva.
Leah Harris.
Miles Sneed.
Benjamin Hartle.
Richard Snyder.
Jaquan Henderson.
Lucy Suva.
Jawan Henderson.
Case Sparks.
Jamie Hibbs.
Kanan Squibb.
Bailey High.
Kaylin Stevens.
Rashanti Hodges.
Jesse Stewart.
Kelsey Holdereed.
John Stott.
Grace Hoppy.
Adeline Stuckey.
Sharon House.
Stacy Stoltz.
Alexandra Howe.
Margaret Sturm.
Paul Hugh.
Selena Talbert.
Audica Hubbard.
Parker Tate.
Elise Hupstetler.
Clarissa Thanen.
Jaden Hughes.
Grant Thompson.
Scott Humphreys.
Armand Tillman.
Chidera Ikejeku.
Liliana Tomei.
Amarion Jackson.
Bryce Tucker.
Dejeen Jackson.
Alyssa Tuttle.
Tanaya Jackson.
Alexandra Twitty.
Akila Johnson.
Stephen Twitty.
Alexis Johnson.
Alonzo Veach.
Anthony Johnson.
Isaac Visceral.
Darbiel Johnson.
Skylar Wantland.
Marshawn Johnson.
Anijah Smith Warfield.
Ronisha Johnson.
Go ahead. Talea Warfield.
Bryce Jones.
Anae White.
Tamishka Jones.
Anijah Smith Warfield.
Kennedy Julian.
Elise Whitworth.
Ian Keisner.
Destin Williams.
Kalik Kellis.
Cozy Williams.
Claire Ketchum.
Rabion Williams.
Caden Kennison.
Kenyatta Woolery.
Jalen Kirk.
Braden Wright.
Lillian Claves.
Lillian Wright Berkschneider.
Henry Kling.
John Wright Cicada.
Mason Knauer.
Jakayla Young.
Dylan Kornak.
Lisa Zavelski.
Ellie Crable. Moses Kraforji. Francis Kulovic IV. Molly Cooper. Aiden Lane. Anna Alexander.
All right, now if I can have everybody please stand up. It's time to move our tassel from right to left. Happy graduation!
Congratulations one more time to the class of 2021. Graduates, you will be dismissed in rows to go to the back. Just hang tight for 1 second. Again, we will be dismissing you to go to the back to pick up that diploma. Thank you for coming, everyone.